Good morning, Bellevue Heights, and welcome to this Friday edition of BHC Today. Well, today is Friday, the day after Thanksgiving. I hope you had a great Thanksgiving time with your family at home, or maybe you went to the church and joined with your extended church family. It was a time when you gathered with people who love you and you love. It was a time to give thanks. Most of you probably ate too much, watched a lot of football, or shared a lot of stories. But today is the day after Thanksgiving. Many people call it Black Friday. I was interested to know, what is the history of Black Friday and why is it called Black Friday? So I went to an incredible source called the internet. Well, I came up with a couple of options. Option one was that most of the year businesses operated out for a loss or in the red. And it was the busiest shopping day of the year. It was the one day they turned a profit. So they went from operating in the black, from the red to the black. But possibly the most probable idea took place in the 1960s in the city of Philadelphia. Policemen had to work overtime because the tourists would come from out of town to shop for Christmas. Added to that, the Army-Navy football game, and the city was overrun with tourists coming into the town. Policemen had to work overtime, long hours, extra shifts to combat the traffic, the accidents, the shoplifting, and the rowdy crowds. It became known as Black Friday, and the policemen dreaded it every single year. But when I want to talk about Black Friday, I can remember going home, had a mom and two sisters. It seemed like on Thanksgiving, I'd be watching football. They'd be clipping coupons Friday morning. Any of you do this? They would get up at 4, 5 o'clock in the morning and go to the Walmart before it even opened. Go to the mall, 6 a.m. to get the best deals on the best items they could find. They would come back worn out, 2 o'clock in the afternoon, saying nothing they wanted was available. The crowds were crazy. Why did they ever do it? That's the story of Black Friday from a commercial sense. But forgive me if I want to go a little deeper today, because when I think of Black Friday, I think of the city of Jerusalem over 2,000 years ago. It was the day when my Lord and Savior Jesus Christ was crucified on a tree. It was a day when my Lord and Savior Jesus Christ was falsely accused of a crime, was given an unjust trial, and murdered in sight of all the people. It was the darkest day in human history. It was black. It was bleak. The sun stopped shining. The clouds grew over, and people were discouraged. They were sad because Jesus had been killed. They were discouraged because all hope had been lost. They thought Jesus would reign and rule as king, and now he was dead, buried in a tomb. It was the bleak and black of Friday that our world will never forget. But the good news is that was Friday, but Sunday was coming, because on Sunday, Jesus arose from the grave. On Sunday, Jesus defeated death once and for all. On Sunday, Jesus came back to life. And it's a great reminder for Christians today that although today may be Friday, the good news is Sunday's coming. I don't know what may be black in your Friday. It may be black of discouragement. It may be despair. It may be loneliness or sickness or hell. But the good news is Jesus said, I am alive. It may be Friday, but Sunday is coming. So whatever your situation is today, fix your eyes on Jesus and know that all things are possible with him. And even though it may be Friday today, take heart, my friend. Sunday is a coming. And that, my friends, is an encouraging word.